Hello there, it's Simone. I think it's time for a snippets from my desk video because I have so many things to tell you and I might just be journaling without you. Where do I start? So this past week I somehow decided to organize all my stuff. I talked about sustainable journaling and sustainable creativity basically in my last video, and that's been ruminating in my head, and I've been wondering what is something like, how can I incorporate all the things that I'm doing, all the journals that I have, so that I don't feel overwhelmed by them. I mean, I don't necessarily feel overwhelmed, but if I have a journal that I don't use at all during the year, is it really necessary to even have that journal? So that's basically what I've been thinking about, and in that thought process I decided, okay, I've been talking about cutting down this notebook. This is originally an A5 MD notebook, and it has this interesting divider right here in the middle, so you could use this as a weekly spread and have one for weekly to-do lists. I thought this was really cool and wanted to try it, but I never used it for that. But in the beginning of the year, or sometime earlier this year, I finished this junk journal that I made myself and used in the beginning for an ephemera journal and writing, and then it fizzled out into just sticking down ephemera. And that's what I was using this for. There's sometimes I get ephemera with things, with letters or orders right here that I just don't know what to do with it. I don't want to throw them away. I don't have space in my journal. And so I decided I want to keep these somewhere, and I started using this notebook, but I realized I struggled really badly using this compared to using this. And so I talked about cutting this down sometime in the summer. So I finally did. I wasn't really the most successful. It's falling apart, basically. But I'm totally okay with that. I'm gonna finish this out with some smaller ephemera. And then in the beginning of the week, I sat down and looked through my papers, and I have so many papers that I could make 150 journals and still have so much stuff left. So if this is something that you're interested in, I'm happy to make you one and sell it. I don't really need the one that I made, it's a little bit more extensive. I sold for $15, so if that's something that you're interested in, let me know, because it's a lot of fun to put these things together. So this is stuff that I already stuck in, but I just want to flip through. For some reason, this I guess I need to open this up here. Let me just grab a Kniefe. Alrighty, this works. I just use leftover papers. I do have so many fountain pen friendly papers. I could make a full journal that is completely fountain pen friendly with different kinds of papers. So I put some of these in here because I'm not using this notebook anymore. Hello, cat. And then these artistic books for kids. They're so fun. It's like, this says howling alone is stupid, so you're supposed to add more things that howl. It's art. My kids got these, never used them. And then some vellum, some more papers. This is plotter paper. This is just regular copy paper. A bag. This I stuck in also. Here's more. What this? Oh, this you're supposed to use aluminum foil and then add aluminum foil extraterrestrials. And then this is the back side. So I really like those for the random ephemera that I don't really know what to do with. I also stick in smaller letters that are not pages and pages. That's something that I really enjoy. And so I have the new one for bigger stuff, and then for the smaller things, I'm going to just stick them in here. And I'm really excited about this. I made this journal because for some reason I kept collecting all the ephemera. So I actually then, after I made this, I sat down and went through my ephemera folder, which I put all of the things, this, all of these here, in here, and had a full thing to put stuff in. And now the only thing that's left that I want to put somewhere are these two. I want to read through all these and write out the quotes that resonate with me, which is, if I'm honest, will take very long. But I want to start doing that and putting ephemera things away right away instead of waiting because I have so much collected. Because it isn't really chronological, I just stick things in where they fit. It doesn't really matter if I stick something down that is dated before something else. And so, yeah. So I have these two ready to go for whenever I get more ephemera. If you're interested in a flip through of this, I'd love to share it. I don't think I have. I have no idea what's on my YouTube channel and what it isn't. But yeah, these journals really, these homemade, and I feel like they're laid back junk journals. They're not as junk journally as you can see on other YouTube channels, and that's what I like about them. They seem more approachable to me, and so I just keep making them for myself. However, I guess I don't need any more paper for the next 30 to 40 years, because if I use one each year, that's gonna last me a long time. That's what I was going to talk about. And then because I went through all of my ephemera, now this is, let me check. I don't even think I need this anymore, because this is where I collected all the stuff I found some things that I want to put into the journals for next year and planners. So this is going to be my fountain pen notebook. This is a Cosmo Air Light Odyssey notebook with 300 pages. So this is going to last me a very long time. And I can't really show you much. Well, yes, I can. I already dated the December entries for Inkvent, but I also put, because I already had unboxed it, I made a little calendar right here and put the names of each one of them underneath. So I can't really show that to you right now. But I haven't, as everyone else, I haven't started using the inks yet. They're still in their container. They're still in the little thing. They haven't been opened. And I'm really looking forward to starting. I'm using these Atlas Stationers cards as writing boards, because they're the perfect size for these notebooks. I can put my hand on here. It's not taking up too much space. So I've got one almost everywhere. So I found this sticker that I got from Sugar Turtle Studio. So I put it right here. And then I put this one right here. This one is from Penn's Paper Plans. Angela, she gave this one and another one to me at the San Francisco Pen Show. Since this is going to be my next ink journal, I thought it would be fun to put that right here in the front. So I put many stickers somewhere. Then I found this one, and I thought this would be cool. Thousand Skies is the maker of this one. I think they're a Bay Area maker. I really like the way this looks. This looks more like a journal or bullet journal, but that's okay. I'm gonna put this right in the front here. I think that will go really well with this planner. Then I found this postcard by Brandy Kincaid. I want to incorporate that somehow in my traveler's notebooks that I already have. So I didn't put them back. I put every ephemera that I found that I want to use in the future with the specific item. So I pulled them all out, and I'm not like dying to use them, but I'm looking forward to starting new journals in January. And I'm really not someone that somehow has changed, I guess. I'm not the person who is dying to get in there right now and start it right now. I'm totally okay with waiting till January 1st and then setting it up as I go. I never thought I would say that. Doesn't mean I'm not excited about these. I'm really looking forward to using them all. I've been kind of, here and there, been tempted to maybe get a sterling ink. I've been, because I struggled with where's my actual planner for this year? I struggled with my Hobonichi weeks this year, but I also didn't, and I'm really afraid if I'm looking at a planner that is much thicker, maybe as thick as this, it's still so much bigger, and this is so convenient to take everywhere. And so I'm going to use another Hobonichi weeks for 2024, and if it doesn't work out, then I might consider using what was that? Sterling ink planner. And then I found in some Happy Mail from Shauna, I found these monthly and daily tabs. Isn't that like super cool? I don't know why I never started using them the minute I got them. So I put them here because why not? I love those. They're so cool. I've been looking at those online. I saw other people having them, and I was like, man, these would be so fun. And now I have them, and I didn't really use them. So I'm looking forward to using them right now and in my planner for next year. And then I thought about Sterling ink planner. What I really would love for my ink journal would be to have it all in one. So I shortly entertained the thought that if I was going to go in a standard size weekly, like the, I don't know, horizontal weekly with the many notes pages, this size would be cool. Then I could do all the things that I do in here in that notebook. And that's another thought that I had. So might do that for 2024, but for now I'm going to use this because I have it. I really like, I'm starting to really like Cosmo Aerolite paper. I wouldn't really go out and buy more, but this one I think I'm going to enjoy. But my idea would be, or the ideal setup would be to have these weekly pages here, these thoughts and all the stats and all the things that I have in the back of this, as well as, where is my one thing that and these, these more in-depth evaluations in one notebook. I would really like to make that happen. I tried having these evaluations in here, and for some reason that just felt like it wasn't enough space. Where is it? And I also would probably need a week's mega for that. I just felt like I didn't have enough space to write what I wanted to write. And it wouldn't be enough pages in the back. So yeah. These are all thoughts that I have for 2024. I'm gonna go, no, 2025. I'm gonna write them down and then revisit them at the end of next year and see where that takes me. For now, I think I'm gonna stay. And this one also is going to go into my weekly journal somewhere as decoration. And then after I did all of that, I went and I said I was going to fill this in on camera, but I decided nope. I went ahead and just, instead of, this is my reading journal, if you didn't know, I repurposed a weekly notebook that I had in my stash, and I just use each daily thing for the title of the book, the author, how I read it, and a 1-sentence review. And I really like that. It's enough for me. It doesn't put a lot of pressure on myself, but it still does put pressure because, as you can see, I read a lot and I didn't put it in. So I decided, you know what? Let me just not do all of this. Let me just put the titles here so that the next book that I'm done reading, I can put in here and do my review. And then I can keep on going, because if I wait longer and longer and longer, the more I feel like I won't be able to catch up. It's basically the same as with my ephemera journal, because there was this huge pile. I thought it wasn't going to go well, or I wasn't going to be able to keep up. But that's the fun of this. This is a sustainable journal. Even if I'm not putting things in, I can just continue, and I need to remember I can just put the title and leave the rest blank, and then just continue on. I really, really like this. I've been playing with some decoration, but I also don't really need any decoration. I was using a fountain pen, but that just somehow didn't really work. So now I'm back to using my Uni Jetstream from Hobonichi. I always use these Hobonichi pens, and I really like them. Again, I'm taking away all the hurdles that could be there. So yeah, I have listened to more audiobooks in the Inspector Gamache series. I haven't watched any YouTube videos really lately, because I've been listening to audiobooks all day long, and that's how I was able to do the ephemera stuff and the journal. I just put that on my ears and was in my own space. That was so much fun. So yeah, here's my reading journal. It consists of 2 parts, and the second part I haven't even started. The idea is to put authors and series here that I really enjoy. And so I really enjoy the romance novels by Christina Lauren, and so I want to put them here under the L. I want to put their name here and then write down, I don't know if I want to write down all the books, but maybe so that when I'm out of something to read, I can look through, oh yeah, I remember I haven't read a book from them in a while. Let's check and see if there is something new. And I just checked earlier, I think there's 2 books from them coming in 2024. So that's the idea behind this, but I'm not really like driven or haunted by the fact that this isn't there. I have a list of authors that I really enjoy reading, and so these are supposed to go in there. What else did I want to talk about? Have I shown you my letter writing folder thing? This is the Galen leather holder, and I just have some ephemera here and cards. I have letter writing paper. I have a list of people I want to write letters to. If I need a lined paper underneath. And interestingly enough, this is an actual blotting paper. I don't, for some reason, the size of this is more awkward than the size of this. So I'm, again, using this rather than this. And I'm just glad I'm using this because some of the papers are just so reactive to hand oils. And then I have the letter in here that I want to reply to. I have some stamps. This is an address book. And then I have the letter that I started last week and the one that I'm replying to, and the letter by Doug that I'm replying to. So yeah, I'm loving this. It's not really secure, like it's not stuffed in anywhere, but because it has a zipper and I can just zip it shut, I like this setup, which doesn't really feel like it's a setup at all. The last thing that I want to show you is that, again, listened to an audiobook and just sat here and filled all of these pans. So this is an awkward construction, but let me talk through it. So I still have the smaller palette, and that goes in here really well. It fits right on top of here, and it makes this whole thing very stiff. And when I have that in the front here, this is the amount of pens that I can carry comfortably. And this is the amount of pens that I like having in here. Well, the one thing that's missing is the water brush, of course. Now, I purchased this palette in the summer, and I haven't used it. I haven't used it yet. I put the sticker on here and this bee sticker as well. And oh no. And so I filled, that's not cool. So let me put this here. And then I filled all of these pans with the watercolor tubes that I have. There is Daniel Smith. I didn't put all Daniel Smith. I didn't put all Core. That's the other watercolor tubes. And then I have some basic colors from Van Gogh. And so I put them all here. I had the Van Gogh already in my other palette, so I just added more as I needed it. But now, so first of all, I don't really know if the setup works for me. I don't know much about this palette yet. What I do know is that I enjoy very much using this with that. And so I thought, it's not super huge. So I could, instead of having it in the front, in a pocket, I could just use maybe some elastics. And that's what this is. To secure it on the back, and these are just hair ties. I'm trying this out. I could use some other elastics, And if it's a little bit tighter, it will work. It doesn't contort the leather much. Yeah, I'm not sure. The other case that I have, and I also bought this on the recommendation of Shauna. Well, I could also, let me just grab this. I have this, but I'm not really sure that this is the perfect thing. I mean, I would be able to fit more stuff in, and when I'm traveling, I could put glue, I could add scissors, or maybe some decoration, some washi tape. That would be cool, but this is a little big for that. So I could put this palette right here, and then I could put all of these right here, but then that's a lot of pouch for the small amount that I'm taking with me on a regular, or I'm using on a regular basis. And I just saw this rickshaw pouch. This is the Sinclair. It fits in here, so that totally works. It would also fit on the front. I don't know how I feel about the plush stuff that's in here, because I'm afraid this would like maybe get dirty. But then if a fountain pen leaks, this would get dirty as well. And the other thing is that well, this would work. Now I'm starting to question myself. The really big problem with moving all of this stuff into a different pouch is that I don't have a use for this case unless I'm using it for what I'm using it right now. And I actually really like it. I really like how that works for me. I don't want to stop using it. And so that's basically the reason why I'm trying to figure out how to add this palette to this thing. And just because I already emptied it out, I could put the palette in the back and it would still close. But let's check the front. So if I put it in the front, I think I already showed this on a video. It doesn't really go. Well, maybe it does. Okay. But it feels really tight. It feels like I'm breaking something. Let me take this off. And then I don't think I can fit many pens in the back. We'll just try. So what happens the thing that happens when I put the palette in the back, where it actually fits quite nicely, is if you look at this and the construction of this one has some room, but this one doesn't. So if I put something in here, or I can put a lot of pens in here, but I can't really put a lot of pens in here because of the construction. So if I put it in the back, then the pens are really awkward in the front, and I feel like there's a lot of pressure on them. I might have to reduce the amount of pens I'm carrying even further. And then the water brush, let's say I'm not going to take this and this, and I'm going to put these in here, so then it sticks out really far. Does that work? It also is really weird because this doesn't flop when I have the pens in the back. So it's right in the middle. Let's do this. Okay, so this would technically work. Let's try the other way around. So now it's really tight here, and there's no space again. Let's take the most essential things, and it feels like I'm crushing all the things. This one, this one. What else? I'm afraid that this fountain pen won't like that. Well, okay, this works. This one. See how it wobbles here? Well, this would actually, it just looks awkward. And I don't like this at all. Blah, 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 blah. No, not cool. Not cool at all. And now, like, if I sit somewhere and I have to take this out and it's just, you know, like I'm a child who is throwing a temper tantrum. That's how I feel when I pull this out, because it just doesn't go, just doesn't work. So if I put this here and I do this, I don't know why this flap doesn't flap when the palette isn't inside. So now I need to figure out a way on how to attach this to the back. How do you like my elastic idea? I have these, where are they? These ones. These are too big, but I have them in different colors too. I have a pink one and I have blue, I think. Let's try with flat elastic. Maybe that works better. I'm just gonna put this around twice and see if I can stretch it out. Maybe that also works. Let's figure it out. Oh, wow, okay. I'm curious, what do we think? You know what? I'm gonna leave this on here for now. This is super awkward, of course, but yeah, okay, it's gonna flop out a little. I think it needs more tension right up here. What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Not a happy camper right now, for sure. Do we want to end this on a good note? I don't know if I talked about this before, that I was going to hand over, like put away all of these and maybe not use them. I went to the doctor's on Wednesday and I can use this, and I also have an appointment. No, I actually canceled it, but I have an epidural in the future, so I am going to keep this for that day when this happens, so I can stick it in. See, you shouldn't get rid of any ephemera ever at all. And I also talked about writing down one happy thing that happened during the week. Well, that went really well. I can tell you, it's like, but I can stick this here, and I was going to use this. What else is in here? Yes, I was going to use this. Haven't done that yet. So need to journal, but I guess because of the video is so long, I'm not gonna journal on video today. I also found a Zentangle that I want to stick. Where is that reminder? Here. Maybe I'm gonna stick that right in here, and then I still have some space to fill that in. Don't really know what I'm going to fill in here. I thought maybe I was going to put a band of Zentangle thing here, so maybe I'm gonna change that out and actually draw one in here. Not sure yet. Why didn't I finish this? So last week I actually finished. No, the week before. Last week is finished too. Very excited about that fact, actually. So can't wait to start working on this. I did empty out and send away. Did I send away two pens? I think, oh yes, I emptied out one pen and then I send away another to a friend so she can try it. And then I inked up one. I filmed a comparison video of these. The third one is not here, of the 3 Sailor pens with medium fine nibs, and they were all different types of nibs. This one is a 14K gold nib in the smaller size. And then I had the same size of nib but in a 21K, and then this one is a bigger size nib in the 21K also. Let me open this one again so you can see how they are different. And so I filmed a video. I inked them all up with the same ink color, and I filmed a video that is probably going to come in January sometime, where I compared all 3 nibs with each other, and then I sent one of them away to a friend so she can try it. And that's why I filmed it right now, because I'm actually ready to part with this one as well. So if you're interested in this Sailor Autumn Sky Pro Gear Slim with a medium fine nib, just let me know and we can talk about the price. There's some like scratching right here from posting the cap, which is something that I need to do in order to make this pen work for me. Yeah, we can talk about a price. This is a really light, nice color and a great pen. It was tuned by Kirk Spear, and it writes wet and really smooth now. So if that's something that you're interested in, reach out to me and I'll pass it along so that I can actually afford this one. Yeah, so I'm writing with all of these, and I actually refilled this because it's such a gusher. I didn't journal much. I have to show you the journaling entry that I did this past week. Here's 2023. So I'm like the hero of the long form journaling this week. I journaled exactly once. So I refilled this one because this was empty while I was journaling. I refilled this one and I refilled this one. This one is just, I used this for letter writing quite a bit. I don't think I gave it a full fill, and it just uses so much ink because it's a 1.5 stub nib. And then this one is also just such a wet writer that it uses so much ink when I'm writing with this, that it just basically I can use this for 2 writing sessions and then it's empty, which I'm not mad about. I'm actually really, I like that I'm using up inks. Yeah, I still need to film a currently inked review, and then I'm so looking forward to December 1st, to opening up the ink vent and inking up all the pens. That's just such an enjoyable thing to do. Alrighty, I think I rambled enough. This is very incoherent, very different topics, but hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in next Monday. Bye.